Get up. All right, 60 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Friday morning. It is the 3rd of July, July 3rd, 2015. 71 degrees here at the studios of The Source, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary. And looks like nice weather today.
It is absolutely
nice
gorgeous.
Are there any explosions in the? Yeah.
There they are.
Explosions in the plans for today.
My dog's under the bed right now. That's where he's going to be living now that he's hearing that.
I haven't had any in my neighborhood yet. Have you had some in your?
Oh yeah, mine started on
really?
Monday. Every night this week there have been fireworks at my place.
Good morning, Robin. How are you?
Good. Good morning, Larry. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Our amigo,
Good.
Joe. Joe is Joe. Doug is
our
here.
amigo too.
Joe's our amigo too. Our amigo Doug is here. Doug, you're our amigo today. You know why you're our amigo today? Today is National Speak Spanish Day.
Nice.
National Espanol Day.
Nice.
Not National Habla Español. Am I saying that right? National Habla Español Day. Nacia. There must be another word for national. Anyway, buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
I should tell my son-in-law because he's from Ecuador and he speaks Spanish.
He does speak
He's
Spanish.
very fluent, so
That's
he knows.
right. Yeah, I would think he's very fluent.
Yeah, so I'll have to tell him it's National Speak
National
Spanish.
Speak Spanish Day. All right. So let me tell you what we're doing. Oh, it's Friday. And it's the 3rd of July. So we're going to have fun and then more fun. How about fun and more fun, right?
Nice.
You know what I have for the 7:35 slot? Where did I put it? Didn't I just have it in my hand a second ago?
I think you did.
Where did I put it?
I don't know.
Well, you know what I have? Some places to go. Patriotic, here we are. Patriotic destinations, and some of the best places to see fireworks, and some of the best places, and we'll of course tell you where you see fireworks around here. Mm-hmm. But also I have, we got this too. I'm still putting myself together, sorry.
That's okay.
But I also have some of the best places to see, I see why this happened. Okay. The best places to watch Disney's 4th of July fireworks. Everybody says Disney has the best fireworks, and they have fireworks every night at Disney. Mm-hmm. On the 4th of July, they go all out, and there's a lot of folks who find spots to watch the fireworks without actually paying to go into the park.
Right, exactly.
So there's a couple of places down in that area, I guess you would go to. So we'll talk about that and see if anybody has any other secret places they go to watch fireworks.
Oh, I like that. That's a really good idea.
Most fireworks are free, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of a time when I had to pay to go see the fireworks.
Let's see. 8:35, that's when we turn off the silly and turn off our commentary. Simply read the news in short form. Jim George comes in at 9:05. We turn back the silly. We turn the silly back on, I should say, when he's on.
Yeah.
Love Jim. There was a thing in the news I wanted to ask him about, if he heard about it. It's called, I don't know what it's called. Oh, it's called Life Logger. It's called Life Logger.
Oh, okay. That sounds intriguing, just the title.
The way I understand it is that everything you do is recorded on video and audio and then sent up to the cloud. Everything.
Wow.
No limits.
Wow.
It's wearable technology. It's a little thing with a camera on it. Before it sends it up to the cloud, over to wherever it goes. Before it goes to the cloud, it fixes the picture. It stabilizes it if you're like in a rocky situation. I don't know, but isn't this amazing? Life Logger.
It is.
Helps you record your life
amazing.
By recording video and audio and GPS information. It's a wearable POV. What does POV stand for? Point of view?
Point of view.
Anyway, so it's kind of an interesting little thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah?
That's like that Ed show, that one, the TV, that movie, and that fellow was on like TV all the time, and we thought it was so absurd.
So what would you do if you? So you would have an account in the thing called the cloud. Now let's say you had one in 1975, Robin.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you were having an argument with somebody who also was there, and that's a long time ago. That's 45 years ago, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Or 40 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever that is now.
50 years ago.
No.
40 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, 40 years ago. Okay.
Oh, we do bad
All
math.
right.
So, but you would. So, well, hold on. Let me look in the cloud.
Uh-huh.
So if we have these things this year, let's say, So somebody who's 20 now, by the time they're 60, 40 years later, come on, that's not what happened.
Exactly.
Yes, it is. You would never be able to let go of a grudge.
No, no.
You're holding on to a grudge.
No, I'd hold out and say, see?
It's hard enough.
That wacky.
Looking through old photographs, it's hard enough. Not that sometimes it's hard in an emotional way, but I mean, it's just hard. There's just so many of them.
Oh, yeah, I've got a huge bin full.
So Jim George at 9:05. Emilio Iodice is coming on at 9:35. Yep. He is a senior executive in the public and private sectors, a key official in Washington, D.C. He's got a book called Future Shock, The Dragon Brief 2020, a riveting fact-based novel about the shape of things to come.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
What was that song, The Shape of Things to Come? Remember that?
Yeah. Oh. But what's cool about him is he's the most decorated Foreign Service officer in America. So
decorated.
We got to pay attention to what he says. He's been in the throes of hell.
In the throes of hell.
Yes.
I like that expression. Ocala Magazine Radio. Kelly Hart will be on at 10:05. Doug, I know you're a big fan of Kelly.
Yep, Doug loves
Yes,
her.
I am.
Yeah, you like a lot of the pretty women, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Do you prefer pretty to not so pretty? You prefer the pretty?
Well, she rates with me.
Right.
Like about.
Oh, I wasn't asking
10.
about. Kelly's a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that you've said that, answer the other question. Do you prefer pretty women to homely women?
I prefer pretty women.
You prefer pretty women?
There
okay.
You go.
Just let it ask.
There you go.
Do they make you weak in any way? Like, are you an easy pushover to a pretty woman? Like a pretty woman asks you for money, you'll give it to her?
No.
No. You don't get. Nobody gets your money.
No, don't part with that money.
No. The reason why is love. Love is the real strong way to say to a woman, "I really need your heart."
Yeah, words of wisdom from Doug. There you go.
Beautiful.
Gene Policinski. Gene Policinski.
Yep.
Is the chief operating officer of the Newseum Institute, and he's the editor of USA Today also. The release of the Newseum, it's a museum of news.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So we'll find out what that's about. He's going to ask, there's a survey about the First Amendment, asking this, should there be limits on the First Amendment? Well, we'll listen with cautious ears on that one.
Yeah.
What was I going to do 11:35? Oh, I was going to tell you some places to go. Oh, I had two different things. I mixed them up.
Okay.
Patriotic travel destinations is what I had for 11:05.
Okay.
7:35 is just fireworks places.
Nice.
There. I mixed them up. Okay. Fun with Joe today. Today is the 1960s in our game with Joe. We started in the 20s on Monday. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah, today's the 1960s. We have American history from the 1960s on Fun with Joe today.
Nice.
You might remember them, so it might be a little bit easier than the 20s were. Although you guys did really well all week long with this game.
Yeah, that was fun. Joe was on fire.
And McDonald's had a new announcement. They have been slipping in sales for the first time, I think, in their history.
Oh, yes.
And so they had an announcement the other day. It was actually on June 17th, so it's been a couple weeks already, but we never really talked about it. Some of their plans. Their CEO left, and they have a new CEO in place. I can't remember the guy's name. I can't even remember if it's a guy. It might be a lady. But anyway, so they have an idea they're putting out on the table, and I guess they haven't decided yet, but they want the American public to give them feedback. They want to have between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. Adult Happy Meals. And they're asking for input. What would you like as the toy? Oh. In the Adult Happy Meal. I know.
I'll bring the batteries.
They're setting up for that kind of thought, but that's probably not what they mean. But anyway, so that's what I want to do with Galen. I want to kind of pick his brain, what kind of things, and pick the listeners' brains and your brain, Doug's brain. When Galen is on, from 8, if McDonald's decides to go with the Adult Happy Meal, you could go between 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. Say, I'll have an Adult Happy Meal, please.
Oh, okay.
And then you get your Happy Meal, and there's your toy. What kind of a toy would you like in an Adult Happy Meal? So there are some people who've already responded to this, and we should put it on Facebook and see if anybody else wants to.
Let's do that. That would be fun.
All right.
We'll get responders.
So those are those things. Let's see. In the news, a couple things. This is a touching story, but there's nobody to blame but the guy himself.
Okay.
Richard Matt is the guy who died. He was one of the two guys that broke out of prison upstate New York.
Yeah, he's the first guy that died.
He was the guy who died, yeah.
Okay.
He had sent his daughter a letter, I guess 3 days, or she received it 3 days before the two guys escaped.
Oh.
He wrote, I always promised you I would see you on the outside. He wrote to her in the letter. She received the letter in the mail 3 days after he and fellow inmate David Sweat escaped from the Clinton Correctional Facility in upstate New York. According to the Buffalo News, he did not keep his promise, of course, because he ended up being shot dead.
Exactly.
Now, the reason this is a trending story is because everybody's feeling bad he didn't get to see his daughter. But whose fault is it?
It's his. I don't feel bad for him.
It's his fault. You might feel bad for her, and I guess I do, but...
Well, I don't, because she could go visit him in prison.
Well, it doesn't say whether she did or didn't, so I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I don't feel bad about that. And I thought all correspondents out of jails were, like looked at before they were mailed out. I thought they were scrutinized. Wouldn't somebody have picked up on that?
I don't know. Yeah, well, maybe they all write stuff like that. I promise to see you when I get out. Maybe that's kind of the way they looked at it.
Yeah, that's true too.
All right.
I don't feel bad for her. I'm sorry, but he...
And this one, I don't get this one either. I don't get why this is an issue for anybody. There's a police vehicle in Baltimore, and inside the door, on the inside of the door where prisoners would ride to jail, it says, "Enjoy your ride, because we sure will." And now they're getting criticized for having that on there.
Oh, gee.
Because it's like they're laughing at people who get arrested. Well, hello. If you're arrested, now I understand sometimes people get arrested wrongly, but for the most part, police do their job.
Yeah.
For the most part, police do get the bad guys.
Right.
Or the guys who need to be off the streets, at least for a little while. The people who are going to be a problem for society and themselves. So the police telling hey, how can this? The city's police department was quick to criticize the sign. The police department was quick to criticize the sign. The Baltimore City Police Sergeant Jaron Jackson told CNN the nature and the posting of the wording is both concerning and unacceptable.
Yeah.
So somebody, I guess, in the department, in the police transport van department. Anyway, it just. Why? These the people who are in there, for the most part, put themselves in there.
Exactly, they did. My mother said something profound last night. She said the world is too politically correct now. You can't live your life anymore.
Oh. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio. I'm Steve Rappaport. The U.S. on high alert for ISIS-inspired threats over the holiday weekend.
Across the nation, there is a visible security presence as Fox News is told that recent arrests of alleged ISIS supporters inside the United States, about a dozen in the last 2 weeks, are connected.
Fox's Catherine Herridge, officials do not have information about a specific threat. Another Democrat dives in.
For more than a year, former Virginia Senator Jim Webb considered running for president, officially jumping in the race. A low-key launch, posting a written statement on his website. Webb is positioning himself as a moderate, a decorated Vietnam combat veteran.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. Meanwhile, Wisconsin Republican Governor Scott Walker will kick off his campaign on July 13th. Two health insurance giants joining forces. Aetna to buy Humana for $37 billion after weeks of merger talks. Fox News. We report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto, shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network, giving you the power to prosper.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found